Hey, how you doing? It's Profile here again, and yeah, I wanted to show you a little something different besides playing games. But actually, what I wanted to show you is how not to become a clicker. Yeah. Anywho, just what you all, if you all know what a clicker is someone who goes and they're playing the game and they see like that thing, yeah, Foscrub, and instead of actually tabbing on the keyboard, they just tab one, and they just scroll around and click. Now, it's fun and all, don't get me wrong, but to me, I think it actually is a disadvantage of a tree. So, what I usually do, and I know most people do, a lot of people actually who take gaming serious, they go out and they buy themselves a good mouse. Now, every mouse isn't the same, of course, and some mouses have certain functions, like some mouses are made for first-person shooters, some are MMOs, you know. Besides that, the mouse I'm actually using is a Logitech, 600M, and this mouse is actually really cool. I'll tell you about more of it. But the reason why I actually prefer this mouse out of most mouses for MMOs, though, is because it gets you away from clicking. It's so annoying because you're just clicking, and to me, I think you take longer clicking. Some people are good though, don't get me wrong. But what I actually do is I have each key of these actually set to the mouse, and if you all know what the what was it, M6, whatever, if you all know the Logitech mouse, the one I'm talking about has a bunch of buttons on the side, you'll notice how it works. So how I have the mouse is a little different. I'm actually going to show you now. Alright, now for the mouse, of course, the first thing you actually want to do is, you see the pretty mouse with the buttons, actually you want to switch the profiling to where it saves it on the computer, because the actual memory on the mouse, I think the profiles are really bad and suck. So from there, you're actually going to switch it up, and you can see right here what you mainly want to focus on is your G shift, and of course these buttons are here, you know, these. So the way I have it is actually different. I actually have my first, which is of course your attack. Most people use auto attacking, but I think when you auto attack, and I've seen it, and I've done it before when I first started, is when you auto attack, you're usually on a stay still. You're attacking and you're standing there, and that's just because of the range. If you leave that sort of range out, you stop attacking with auto attack. So this way, I have it set up for one, so I'm actually clicking on the mouse at all time, and no matter what, I'm swinging back and forth. No matter what the distance I'm at, I'm still hitting something, even though it's air. And now for the heal, just because the heal is so far away from the keyboard, from the mouse, from the WSDs, I actually have that switch to the second button on this mouse, which is right here. And then your utilities are, you know, your skills that you get to pick, and of course your elite skill. And this actually works out for me since I'm using shouts. I can just go and just walk around and press each one of these while I'm trying to run and dodge, because pretty much that's what all warriors do, is hit and run around in circles. Okay, now for the elite's actually one of the best things I have here. I have it set right there just because, for example, if you're not using Signet of Rage, you're using your banner. And with the banner, with the one that resurrects, you can actually run around in circles, click it, drop the banner, set it up, and still be out of the, I guess, sight of damage. And then for these right here, I just have them just to have them, so if I'm not lazy or not. Now, like I said, now what I'm focusing on is on your G shift. I'm going to click the G shift. Now, this is where it comes in handy. Now, for example, say you have your professional skills, of course, with Warrior, it's Adrenaline, with your Elementalist, it's your attunements. Now, these actually help out quite a bit, because if you notice on your keyboard, the F1, the F4 keys, or the F1, F2, and F3, 4 key, it's actually pretty far away from your distance of your hand. You can reach it, don't get me wrong, but you having to lift your fingers off the W key just to press the F1 key to do whatever you're doing is quite a bit of a hassle, and it leaves you in a sort of disadvantage. So I actually have them set up, of course, to the buttons, as you see. So every time I press this button right here and hold it down, I'll be able to switch attunements or do whatever adrenaline attack I can. Now, I'm going to go back to Guild Wars and show you how I do it. Alright people, as you can see, I need to build up my adrenaline a little more so I can be able to show you all. But as you can see, I'm actually using the mouse buttons, not the actual pointer, because that takes too much. So I need to go kill things. Worms. Worms work too. Alright, gonna go kill a worm. And see, as I'm able to tap the mouse and actually, besides knock down, I'm able to tap the mouse to run around circles, besides having to scroll down here and just be doing this, because it can't move. Stop that! I'm trying to show these people. Yeah, you too. I don't like you, you little Die. Okay. Now for this, you can see I already told you I have my profession skill on the same button I use my attack when I hold the shift key. So as I'm able to run around, say for example I'm going to switch this one, I'm able to run around and then attack it. See? Now of course when you're clicking, you can't run around to do it. You have to stop and then hit. Well, it gives you the advantage, or like I said, you have to lift your finger all the way off it, scroll like this, just to be able to hit it. Now, this works a lot better with Elementalists, too. The Elementalist is actually really good because of the Trumets. Now, I don't want to fight a giant. Let me go show you real quick on that. Alright, now for the Elementalists, you can somewhat get away with being a clicker, being able to click these buttons right here, just for the fact that you can actually, well, you're from a distance, so you're in a standstill. But it's hard to find people to play with, in my opinion, unless you're in a really good guild that plays constantly, is extremely active. But usually active guilds are like 4 people. But anywho, the mouse actually works really good for the Trumets because you're able to switch through each profession. So for example, say you're running, you're dodging, you know, fighting something. You just hold it, and I pressed the wrong one. You switch to fire. So that works out, and you can switch that attack, and you're like, oh, they're dying, let's switch to heal. And you can just switch real quick and do what you want to do. And instead of having you go up and press the mouse or whatnot. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Of course, my rambling about the mouse and how not to be a clicker. Yeah, click, click, click. So again, you know, like, subscribe, leave a comment, because I really do like commenting back to you guys. And I do have a Twitter. Yeah, I have a Twitter. Of course, it's just me spamming stuff. And I want people to see my videos, so I spam. But again, I will see you guys next time.